I'd like to build a Philball team, furnish it with stars, more Christmas trees and 433s, and send it to a dove.
Well, hello, this is me, Andy Peters. Welcome to Philball Weekly. A lot to get through this week. I'm going to start with a quick apology. Sorry about last week. Didn't have time. No Philball Weekly. Still had a round of league games though, and what a league round it was. A lot happened, a lot decided. We're going to ignore it. We're going to start with this week's Philball Weekly, and we're going to start with the highlights. Then later on, there's the cup draw and various other things. Lots to get through. Going to start now, and I'll see you later.
Philball.
And we start with Seattle versus New York. New York opened the scoring with an absolute screamer from Serge Gnabry. Absolutely unstoppable effort, a loan signing. And that wasn't the end of the good performances by loan signings in this game. Parejo was absolutely unstoppable. Sané looked more like himself. Beat him up with a lovely cross. And maybe a nick on by Mbappe to find Parejo in acres of space, and he finished clinically, and he wasn't done there. A few minutes later, again, ball comes to Sané. Sané shimmy, opens up some space and lays it on a plate for Parejo. Not much was expected from the loanee, but he has been heavily involved in what looks like being Seattle's first goal or first win of the season. Mbappe getting on the score sheet. A sign of things to come for them, perhaps. And then even later on, yet again, crosses were really effective against this New York side, and that's a worry. They seem to have sorted that in previous campaign. Next up was a tremendous game between Portland and Cincinnati. Cincinnati dominated for the first 30-40 minutes. Absolutely incredible performance from De Bruyne. Just finding acres of space. Wan-Bissaka with the assist for this one, and maybe a divot as well in the pitch, allowing the ball to be scooped over Loris. Loris and De Bruyne had a real head-to-head battle here, and De Bruyne came across comfortably. Look at that little step inside from Aguero, opens up extra space, and brilliant improvisation from De Bruyne as he took it early with the right foot when Loris was expecting him to plant that foot and take it with the left. Great goal. And it looked like this Cincinnati team were cruising. Aguero almost putting the end to the game with a great effort. Good save from Loris. But that wasn't the end of the game, as Portland really started to come into their own later on. This one, Bruno Fernandes' effort looked like Chiellini was all over him there, and Chiellini would go on to give away a penalty which Bruno Fernandes would miss, and that proved crucial as this Portland side just kept coming forward. Salah there bringing it within touching distance with an absolute screamer, and then laid on Loney Immobile just finding a space in the box 6 yards out and skewing the ball slightly wide of that post. Really unfortunate, great opportunity, and that's them in trouble. Top versus bottom now in the Champions League, where Nashville took on Vancouver. Nashville really looked comfortable in this game for a long part, but Vancouver did create a number of chances, and none of which I would imagine will make this highlights reel. Neymar opened the game with a real thrilling effort. Great save from Onana. Then Messi just curling the ball wide of the post after a really soft foul on the edge of the area. As the game progressed, both sides seemed to really tussle with each other. This here, ball breaks for Messi bravely in because Onana properly cleared him out there. As the game went on, Neymar did get injured, and that's him out for the cup. And finally, it was LA versus Atlanta to see who could challenge that brilliant Nashville side in the final game of the season. Antoine Griezmann, absolutely outstanding in this game. Sets up Ziyech first, great save from Dubravka. Dubravka has been astonishing in this campaign. But that was his 5th start of the season, so will he be rested for the final game? With a chance for the team for safety. Dubravka again, this time saving from Werner. Then from then on it was all Atlanta. Really couldn't get Haaland into the game, LA, but what Atlanta could do was get Angel Di Maria in, and what a finish that is. Dubravka left with no chance. What final day will Agrona have?
Philball.
Classified Philball results. LA Galaxy 0, Atlanta 1, Nashville 1, Vancouver 0, Seattle 3, New York 1, Portland 1, Cincinnati 2. And we'll start with a quick look at the Champions League table. Nashville and Atlanta played each other in the final game of the season. It's all up for grabs. Nashville need a draw. Atlanta need at least a draw. Otherwise, LA Galaxy could pip them. Vancouver, of course, are already out of the running and relegated. In the Europa League now, Portland are favourites for promotion, but Seattle and Cincinnati could both get in there too. Portland, of course, need at least a draw to secure a playoffs at the minimum. For Cincinnati and New York's season is pretty much finished. I can't see how they can get out of this. Cincinnati and Seattle on 7 points, all to play for. And those news bit the news that Anto does.
Hello and welcome to Anto's News and Cup Draw Special. Is loads of so cup so games. No rival for the Cup Draw this week due to COVID. LA are the first name out of the hat. They're going to be playing, that is Steph's team, and they're going to be playing against Nashville, which is Keith's team. They're really playing against each other, so their third name out of the hat is Seattle, which is a Europa League team. They're obviously going to be playing against the injury ravaged and team with no striker, New York. So that's a lot of injuries in New York, and they can't play Lewandowski or Benzema, but they can't start them. They can play later on if they come on after the bench. And that is the end of the Anto's News special. Fancy.
Anto's News bit the news that Anto does.